homeostasis. Homeostasis is the ability of the body to maintain a relatively constant internal environment regardless of environmental changes. It involves continuous monitoring and regulation of many factors or variables, which include, for example, both volume of fluid, composition of chemicals in our fluid, and we have systems in place that measure and monitor homeostasis. So we have to maintain homeostasis, this steady state environment, a balance or equilibrium where our internal conditions remain relatively constant despite changes in external conditions. This is vital to an organism's survival. Failure to maintain homeostasis results in illness, disease, and can even result in death. Homeostatic control is not precise. It maintains a normal range rather than an absolute value or set point. And an example of this can be seen within our blood pH. Our blood pH ranges between 7.35 and 7.45. Now the set point is 7.4, but it can vary a little bit on either side of that. Now homeostatic regulation involves feedback mechanisms that consist of three components: a receptor, a control center, and an effector. Now let's look at an example of this. So the receptor is also known as the sensor. It detects changes in either the internal or external environment or stimulus. The control center receives and processes that information supplied by the receptor and sends out a command. And that command goes to the effector, which responds to the commands by opposing the stimulus. This is an example of a negative feedback loop, which provides stability and is the main way the body maintains homeostasis. So an example of that is provided here. Body temperature. It exceeds 37 degrees Celsius. Your nerve cells in your skin and your brain sense this. That information is sent to your temperature regulatory center in your brain, which sends out signals to your sweat glands throughout the body to perspire, which cools the body as the sweat evaporates. Now, homeostasis is not precise. There is some oscillation around the set point, and that is pretty much a characteristic of homeostatic control mechanisms. Now, another